Greetings metalheads, welcome to another edition of the Friday 13th YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about the current Stryper album, The Final Battle, which was released on Frontier Records. Now we all know Stryper are a fantastic band. They've been around for many years and one of the top Christian metal bands that were actually formed back in 1983 under the name Rock's Regime, but later on changed the name to Stryper. Now we know that Stryper consists of two brothers, Michael Sweet, lead vocals and guitar, his brother Robert Sweet on drums. We also have guitarist Ox Fox and original bassist Timothy Gaines. Now we all know Stryper have been around for many years, and at first not many people took them serious, but they were a powerful unit. They've been around for many years. They're the pioneers of Christian metal. Other than that, there's some really good Christian other bands out there. We've got the thrash bands like Deliverance and Tourniquet. You've got the power metal bands like Recon. Then you've got the melodic metal progressive bands like Sacred Warrior. And many more bands out there. So Christian metal is a big thing. You know, there's some really good bands out there. I like Christian metal. I don't care what they sing about, as long as the music's brilliant and the vocals are fantastic. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. Now it's funny to know that Rock's Machine also had some very interesting guitar players before Ox joined the band. We had Doug Aldrich on guitar, a fantastic guitarist who's now with the Dead Daisies, formerly with Whitesnake. We have CC DeVille, who's in Poison. Very interesting to know. Now the funny thing about Stryper is they've always had this yellow and black outfits that they wear on stage. The guitars are the same, the drums are the same. They kind of look like a bruised banana, I'm sorry to say, but it's true. But they're a really good band. Like I say, a lot of people haven't taken them serious for many years, but I think they're a really good band. They've done some classic albums. Now, Stryper's first four albums were fantastic. They had some really strong songs, but on the other hand, they also had a couple of songs that let the albums down. I don't know why, but Stryper were one of these bands where they do 7 or 8 really powerful songs, but 2 songs would always let the albums down. Until later albums, the band really started to get their acts together. But the first 4 albums are really good albums. Like I say, there is a couple of songs that, for me, personally let the albums down, but the albums that were released were Yellow and Black Attack back in 1984. We have Soldiers Under Command in 1985. We have To Hell with the Devil in 1986. And we also have In God We Trust in 1988. First originally released on Enigma Records. Now the first album, Yellow and Black Attack, had some really good songs. For instance, Loud and Clear. What a fantastic opening song that was. And also the song Come On Rock. Now the second album, Soldiers Under Command, which is a much stronger album, had some really good songs. I mean, we've got like Soldiers Under Command. What a fantastic opening song. Really heavy song, really melodic, some fantastic vocals and drumming on this song. But it also had some other great songs, like The Rock That Makes Me Roll, and also the song Surrender. For me, those were really good songs. Not saying that the rest of the album's not very good, but it's a really good album. But those 2 songs for me really stand out. Now the next album was To Hell with the Devil. On there for me there was 2 really strong songs. Obviously the title track To Hell with the Devil, and also Rockin' the World. 2 brilliant songs. The rest of the album's great, but like I said, for me there was always 1 or 2 songs on the very first few albums that let the albums down. And if you put all the best songs from the first 4 albums together, you'd get one hell of an amazing album. This is something that Stryper lacked. Now, in 2013, the band signed to Frontier Records, their current label, and they released the album No More Hell to Pay, which is a brilliant album, fantastic cover. This is when the band started to make progress. The songs started to get stronger, the music was better, and the vocals were fantastic. So on this album, there's some really good songs. And in 2015, the band released their next album, which was called Fall, and this was a more stronger album, a little bit more heavier. The band were really starting to get their acts together. Had the typical Stryper sound, and why not? Stryper are Stryper, and they're a great band. And in 2018, the band released their next album for Frontiers, which was called Goddamn Evil. This is a really good album. Like I said, the strongs were getting heavier, more melodic. Michael's vocals were fantastic. There's some great playing on there by all the musicians. And in 2020, the band released their next album for Frontier Records, which was called Even the Devil Believes. So the band have done some really good albums over the years. In total, they've recorded 14 albums in total. In 2017, original bassist Timothy Gaines left the band, and his replacement was Perry Richardson, who joined the band in 2017. And Perry was originally the bass player in the band Firehouse. Now the new album is called The Final Battle. Some of you out there may be thinking, is this the last album that Stryper's going to do? This is something that we need to find out. I'm not sure myself. Is it the last album they're going to do, or are they going to continue? Now the current album really has 11 songs in it, and the songs on the album are called Transgressor, See No Evil, Hear No Evil, Same Old Story, Never, Up, Out and In, Rise to the Call, The Way, The Truth, The Life, No Rest for the Wicked, Till Death Do Us Part, and Ashes to Ashes. Now, the opening song, Transgressor, is a fantastic opening song. It's a ballsy song, it's got attitude, but it's a really well put together song. Some great vocals by Michael, some excellent melodic vocals and guitar playing, and some pounding drums. It's also a great song because Michael really does some great screaming on this song. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Judas Priest in some way. The second song, See No Evil, Hear No Evil, is a great song. It's a little bit more mid-tempo, but it's got some fantastic playing. Catchy. Michael's vocals are on top form. And the same could be said for the next song, which is called Same Old Story. I like the way that Stryper have got their own distinct sound. Kind of a little bit reminds me of Rat, the way they had their own distinct sound, and Dokken. So they've definitely got that LA vibe. Now, the next song, Heart and Soul, is a really, really good song. It's a little bit more up-tempo, but like I said, it's got some really good vibes here. I like the sound that Stryper have created over these years. Nice, clean guitar sound. They're definitely a very underrated band. It's one band I'd like to see live, but the band don't really tour very much in Europe, especially the UK. As far as I know, the band have only ever played the UK once, and that was at Hammersmith Odeon back in the late 80s. Now, this album's pretty much up-tempo. It's got some mid-paced songs. I mean, there's some really good heavy songs on here as well, like Rise to the Core, which is a fantastic song. If you've got the album, you'll know this is a really good song. Now, one of the songs on the album is called The Way, The Truth, The Life. It kind of reminds me of Black Sabbath, kind of Heaven and Hell. I also like the closing song, which is called Ashes to Ashes. This is an up-tempo song. It's a great song to end the album. Fantastic vocals, nice soaring vocals by Michael, some excellent guitar playing by Oz and also Michael. The rhythm section by Perry and Robert are also fantastic, so it's a really, really good album. The band has certainly started to pick up their pace on the last few albums. So, Stryper, I'm going to give this album 4.5 out of 5. It's a really good album. You know, the band's still got a long way to go, and I'm hoping that this isn't the last album, suggesting the title The Final Battle could be, but hopefully not. So if you haven't got the album, check it out. It's released on Frontier Records. It's a great album, and to take this band for what they are, don't be put off because they're a Christian band. They write some great music, and the vocals are fantastic. Thanks for watching, Metalheads. Speak to you all soon. Be safe.